Welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. We're in the tower. Very nice place, sprawling. We're about to go up the stairs here with the captain. We're gonna try to convince the council that Saren's a bad guy. And we've got evidence. I mean, I've got orange flashes that I got from the beacon that's now broken. We got a dock worker who has an eyewitness account. So we're pumped. We're ready. Let's do this.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
You can expect me to kill you the next time we meet.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres. He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor. And mine.
This is a freebie. 2 Paragon.
Saren's hiding behind his position as a Spectre. You need to open your eyes.
What we need is evidence. So far, we've seen nothing.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
Well, that could have gone better, I suppose.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The Ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Yeah, we just saw Garrus like 5 minutes ago. And we're gonna go talk to a drunk in a bar. He's gonna be the better contact for this. Oh well.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Sometimes 1,000 people must die so 1,000,000 can live.
But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Maybe they'd let us join the Council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the Council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the Council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests too.
Who cares if we get a seat on the Council? What's the big deal?
If the Council passes a ruling on an interstellar matter, we have to follow it. We don't have the fleets or political allies to defy them. Once we get a seat on the Council, we'll be able to influence those rulings, protect our own interests. No more jumping through hoops whenever we want something. Take this mess we're in now. If humanity had a seat on the Council, we'd just send the Citadel fleet out to take care of Saren and his Geth. Problem solved.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
I thought this embassy was supposed to help humans.
Harkin may be human, but he's also an ass. He's had more than his share of chances. If the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15 years ago. CSEC is better off without him.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals, people who can get the job done. Like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
I think I see where this is going.
Tell me about Bar Levon.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius, doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, Spectres. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game, and the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics, doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the Ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Alright, and we got a journal entry. Yeah, expose Saren. We're trying to figure out some proof, find some proof that he's connected to the Geth. And we're going to contact this Harkin doofus, trying to find Garrus. And we're going to go see Bar Levon. Maybe he has another contact for us. So yeah, it seems likely that the way to go here is to find proof that Saren's no good, needs to be eliminated or at least disbarred, and then because we did that, become a Spectre ourselves so that we can be the ones as a Spectre that goes after the bad Spectre. Sounds like a good plan to me.
Huh. You sure have to climb a lot of stairs to reach the Council. Think that's supposed to be symbolic of their importance?
I bet all these staircases aren't just for show. They make for good defensive positions if this place is ever attacked.
So take a guess which of my squad mates is thinking like a soldier.
That guy's up to something.
What guy?
The one over by the Keeper.
Indeed he is. He's using his Omni tool and he's doing some kind of scanning or something there.
Not enough data yet.
This game has got some remarkable replayability. Most of the replays, and most of the times I've played the game, I pick up the assignment that you can get from this guy right here in this tower, right here.
Why won't it move on? It's just standing there.
But you don't have to. You can get this assignment from him at a different time later on. You have to go to his partner first to follow that path.
I wonder if it knows what I'm doing.
I'm kind of pausing here because I know he's going to be saying these things. But yeah, if you find Jalid somewhere else in the tower, he'll basically lead you back to Chorbin. And Chorbin will react quite differently to you.
Just a few more scans and I'll know for sure.
Alright, so this is all the dialogue he has. Let me invoke him so that he doesn't keep interrupting me.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind. Yes, is there something you want?
So, yeah, I mean, if you wait to pick up this assignment later, when you meet Chorbin again, he'll actually pull a gun on you, and you can fight him, and you can get some XP from that. Chorbin is a moderate level enemy. He can yield a good amount of XP for you. But I'm going to go ahead and pick up the assignment here, even though I'm chasing max XP in this game. If you start the assignment, and well, the way I'm going to play it, basically, when I meet up with Chorbin again, he'll remember me. He won't pull a gun on me, so I won't be able to fight him. But I will be able to pick up 8 Paragon points, and that's what I want. So yeah, let's pick up that assignment here.
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
We're just talking. Is there something wrong with that?
No. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I can help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
So yeah, we now have an assignment. Citadel scan the Keepers. There are 21 of them scattered all across the Citadel. It's kind of explore the Citadel and see if you can find all the Keepers. There are 4 up here in the tower, and including this one right here. But I'm going to I'm only going to grab one of these Keepers up here in the tower. If you wait a little bit, as you level up, Keepers are worth more. I mean, everything. XP is always defined based on your level, and credits go up then, similarly too. So you get 12 XP and 30 credits. And, that's because we're level 5. But the other 3 I'm going to wait on. But the reason I'm getting the one up here is that when we come back to the tower, Captain Anderson will be standing right about here, waiting for us. And once we come up again and approach him, we'll be locked into another cutscene with him. And I won't be able to grab that last Keeper until after that cutscene, at which point I'll already be promoted. And I kind of want this assignment done before I get promoted. So that's why I had to go grab that Keeper now.
Maybe. But I wouldn't believe everything you hear.
That's just it. I'm hearing it everywhere. It's not just isolated rumors.
Do you really think Saren could be involved in something like that without the Council knowing it?
Maybe the Council does know. Everyone already assumes he's just doing their dirty work.
That's dangerous talk. I'd be careful who you mention that to.
I know. But if it's true, shouldn't we be doing something about it?
No. And I'll thank you to keep me out of it if you do.
So we don't know what it is exactly they're accusing Saren of having done. But it's good that there's discontent about this guy that we're trying to bring down. Probably won't have any resistance, hopefully. This is a pretty nice fountain. And unlike the little wading pool in Mist, it has real water in it. And I suppose now it also is riddled with bullets. There's probably credits in there too, but I'm not in the mood for a swim right now. Also, this nice glimmery surface, that's water too. It's a bloody good thing there wasn't anybody in that elevator. They'd be plastered to the ceiling right now. That was moving pretty fast. I kind of wish they'd move that fast all the time.
I can't believe the Council ignored all the evidence against Saren.
Saren's one of their best operatives. It's only natural they take his word over ours.
Oh, so now we just chase leads while this smug Turian runs around with his Geth troopers.
That's politics, Chief.
I hate politics.
So yeah, that conversation is a guarantee. You'll always get that one if you come back to this elevator after that meeting. But from now on, anytime we're in an elevator, it's going to either be a news report or a squad mate conversation. It seems to be a completely random thing. Hopefully I'll get a mix of both. And here's our next Keeper. Vina's already been kind of shooing us off of it. I think this is the one place where she doesn't do that. I mean, she did turn to look at us. And we get... Oh. I don't know what her delayed reaction was for, but we got the scan in anyway.
I've told you before,
creating a public disturbance. It's against Citadel regulations.
This one is unsure why the other would not wish word of the enkindlers to be spread.
We've got a little spat going on between a preaching Hanar and a CSEC officer. Hanar we haven't, I don't believe, seen before. Kind of jellyfish on land. Big ones at that. And I don't know if you noticed it, but when he was talking, his nose kind of flashes. That's actually the way they talk, the way they communicate. It's a bioluminescent type thing. And luckily our translating devices turn it into actual speech we can understand. Pretty neat. We can resolve this situation, but not right now. We need, I think, 4 charm or 4 intimidate, and we're nowhere near that. So we're going to wait till we get those points. This is not a fit. I don't need my PowerPoint slide here because we can eventually solve this, but just not right now. There's a rapid transit terminal. Every time we see one of these, we'll be able to come to it through the rapid transit system. And another keeper. And we're headed to the wards now. This is actually, this door down here is actually red. It's doesn't allow you to go through here if you haven't yet talked to the council. But we have, and so we can go.
So, Williams, are you happy you signed on with Commander Shepard?
I'm not sure, Lieutenant. Every time I think I have a handle on things, the universe bank's hard to port.
Well, don't let anybody know. A big gun and a confident attitude will get you through a lot in life. That's
a surprisingly renegade thing for Caden to say. He's actually... he's got a fairly Paragonish base personality. It's Ashley that's more renegade. We don't really know the extent of her personality yet, but we will soon. Alright, we are in a strange location called the Ward's Access Corridor.
Do you really think we'll find him down here?
He always stops in for a few games of Quasar before he makes his drop.
Fist is gonna be pissed if we take down his supplier.
That's the point. We want him angry. Angry people make mistakes.
There's just something about Fist that makes me nervous.
Good. He's a dangerous man. Now keep your eyes peeled for our mark.
So these people are wearing the same blue that we saw outside with that CSEC officer, so presumably these guys work for CSEC as well, and it sounds like they're laying a trap for a guy named Fist. It doesn't sound very healthy to me. Maybe there's some reason people are behaving as if he's some sort of suspect. They haven't named any crime, but my guess is we'll hear that name again. And yes, the Ward's Access Corridor has no rapid transit terminal. You can only get to it through the elevators on each end of it, which makes it a kind of annoying place.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
And that's our first news report. The news reports typically relate to something we have done or something we can do in the future. I have to say, I don't actually know which one of these two smacks themselves into the wall when they come out of that elevator, but that seems to happen every time I go through there. Hopefully it doesn't hurt. And here we are, looking out against, across the wards, those big arms that extend out from the Citadel, the Presidium Ring. Let's have a closer look.
Big place.
That your professional opinion, sir?
Bit of an abrupt change there.
How can they keep tabs on all of this? The Presidium may as well be on another planet.
There is definitely a gap between their presentation and what's here. Tracking rivals must be a nightmare.
This makes Jump Zero look like a porta-john, and it's the largest deep space station the Alliance has.
Jump Zero is big. But this is a whole nother scale. Look at the ward arms. How do they keep all that mass from flying apart?
The Council represents more races than I thought. No wonder they're careful with newcomers.
They probably just want to keep everything running. It has to be hard keeping all these cultures working together.
Or maybe they just don't like humans.
Why not? We've got oceans, beautiful women, this emotion called love. According to the old vids, we have everything they want.
When you put it that way, there's no reason they wouldn't like you. I mean, us. Humans, ma'am.
You don't take much shore leave, do you, LT?
Alright, laugh it up, Chief. I appreciate the thought, Alenko, but we're on duty here.
Aye, ma'am.
I'll walk drag, ma'am.
That is an adorable little scene. No codex from that, which is a surprise. I mean, there ought to be now an entry in the under humans, you know, for Caden Alenko saying basically, Caden wants to get into Commander Shepard's pants in the worst way. Undeniable attraction. But it's nice camaraderie you build there.
Commander Shepard? Excuse me, Commander Shepard!
Hello, Emily Wong.
I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
How do you know that my investigation is going to uncover anything you need?
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's big, it's something I'd like to hear about.
You gotta have access to better sources. Why contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you. According to your file, you survived back on Akuz when everyone else in your squad got killed. If anyone can find the worst elements of the Citadel and live to tell about it, it's you.
How do you know I'm investigating anything here on the Citadel?
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard. Word gets around.
No promises, but if I find anything relating to your case, I'll inform you.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
Yay, another assignment. Citadel reporter's request. A reporter named Emily Wong has asked you for help uncovering corruption. And we're going to go look for information. And we're just continuing to scan the keepers. We're up to 4 now. Alright. There's a sign over here I just barely noticed. Oh, welcome to the wards. You get XP for doing that. Oh, this game is so marvelous. Let's continue exploring the wards. I see a green square approaching. That means we have another store.
I don't think you bought this here. I don't sell this model.
Look, I know it was you. I remember your face.
Really, that's impressive. Usually you humans can't tell one Turian from another.
This was the place. Now, are you going to give me a refund or not?
Do you have your proof of purchase?
What? No, I don't think you ever gave me one.
I'm sorry then. I can't help you.
But, what do you...
Can't help you.
Oh, this poor guy. I don't know what he bought, but it must have been big and expensive, and I bet he wishes he had his proof of purchase. This is the green square. His name's Expat. He is a Volus. There's another Volus right here. Just a shopper.
Best place on this ward to buy upgrades.
He must be trying to help his friend here make some money. Let's talk to him.
Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supplies?
What colonies are you talking about?
Oh, my mistake, Earth Clan. I assumed... It doesn't matter. Pharos? Novaria? Well, if you haven't heard of them yet, I'm sure you will soon. But it doesn't matter where you hail from. My goods are available to all.
I'd like to know more about Pharos.
It's an old Prothean world. Their buildings still litter the surface. The humans aren't the first to colonize it, but they are the most recent. I just realized I haven't heard from my contact on that planet for some time. Ah, well, I'm sure he's fine.
What can you tell me about Noveria?
The corporate capital of the Attican Traverse. Very cold. Very snowy. I don't get too many clients from there. They all have their own private suppliers.
Show me what you got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
And just like the guy on the Normandy, he has the same kind of layout here as a store. And he's got various goods, some of which would be amazing things to have, no doubt. Level 6 gear, level 5 gear. Well, very expensive. We're not rich enough to buy much of anything. Though I am going to be scooping up licenses. And I'm going to want this eventually, the Metagel Upgrade 2. I don't have enough money for it yet, but who knows, maybe some quests. If we turn in some quests here, maybe we'll get some money. We got some XP at least out of that. Alright, there's a guy over there I'm going to talk to, and then we're going to head downstairs. But we'll do all this in the next episode. Drop a save. Alright, we'll pick it up from right here next time.